Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the global community of the actions. My name is Gabriel Samuel, and I'm the Global Youth Ambassador TAC, coming to you live from Nigeria at 10 p.m. Okay, today's broadcast will be titled TAC as an affirmative action against the recolonization of Africa. Again, TAC, the Abundance Community Coin, as an affirmative action towards the recolonization of Africa. And I decided to join broadcast and broadcast. I decided to start broadcasting because I feel hurt, I feel pained, I'm aggrieved at the recent happenings in our continent and against the black people entirely. I mean, we grew up learning about our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors fighting for the liberation of the black man, fighting for the liberation of Africa. I grew up hearing the names of people like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Thomas Sankara, Martin Luther King Jr., Marcus Garvey, Patrice Lumumba, Nelson Mandela, Leopold Sédar Senghor of Senegal, Julius K. Nyerere of Tanzania. We grew up knowing these people. I grew up learning about these people who have fought for the independence and for the liberation of a black man. And seriously, it really influenced me. I said to myself, how can I be? And I really want to be like these people. Okay? And the different leaders took different approach and fighting for the black man. So Martin Luther King employed the principle of non-violence and civil disobedience, and Malcolm X was rather radical in his approach towards the emancipation of the black man, and equal right in the U.S. Others were actually aggressive. All right, people like Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia. These were people who were very aggressive towards the white domination. However, I wish to break a news. I wish to bring to the attention of our people that especially the youths who might have grew up, state of history, who might have grew up learning how our forefathers, when we sing the national anthem, we hear people. We sing about our heroes, the heroes that fought for the emancipation and the freedom of our country. We sing about them. So now, because my attention is actually on the youth, because if this continent must change, if the story of the black man must be changed, then the youth shall be the driving force in doing this. And I wish to tell the youth out there, if we grew up reading from the history books how free we are. Nigeria got our independence in 1960, Ghana 1953, something thereabout. And I wish to bring to your attention, I wish to break this news to you this afternoon, that Africa is really going back to slavery. Okay? That we are really going back into slavery, and this time worst. This time so worst. However, the approach is not the same. Okay? And the people that are coming to colonize us, to recolonize us rather, have taken a different approach because they've studied what the Caucasians did, the white people, and they say, okay, let's do this better. And I'm talking about no other people than Chinese. Last week, I was watching the news on Chinese television, and I overheard the House of Parliament investigating or probing our Minister of Transportation, who signed a deal between China, on behalf of China and Nigeria, loan agreement. And in this agreement, it is stated that should Nigeria default on this loan agreement, Nigeria shall will her sovereignty to China. It means, should Nigeria default on this loan agreement, our military, our mineral resources, our people shall belong to China. Lord have mercy, I can't do that. I'm not going back into slavery. I won't allow that happen while I'm still breathing. And this should be the same for the youth who are watching me. If you're a youth and you're watching my video, I want to bring to your attention that the Chinese are coming to recolonize Africa, and they're taking a different strategy. I was just listening to a broadcast recently. I've heard that the Chinese have already even started taking over. Okay, the Chinese have actually taken over Mombasa port in Kenya. Okay, the Chinese are now in Zambia. They have the police. The Chinese are in the Zambian police. In fact, I would say the whole of Zambia now is completely under the Chinese rule, and this has just begun. I mean, how can we sit? How can we go a day? How can we sit? How can we watch this or hear this and still don't take action? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't just make sense. We can't allow this to happen. And I studied philosophy in the university. I'm a philosopher, and there's a school of thought in philosophy that says that nothing happens by chance. Uh, it says that everything that happens for a reason. Okay, and so I wish to present TACC, the Abundance Community Coin, as an affirmative action against the recolonization of Africa. And what is TACC? TACC means the Abundance Community Coin. It was conceived in November 4th, 2019, and TACC went public on 30th March 2020. Okay, so I won't actually go deep into explaining what TACC really is, but I will just explain on the surface and briefly explain to you what it is, how it works. Okay, so TACC is a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Those who are not familiar with cryptocurrency, okay, I would say cryptocurrency is in the layman. In order for you to understand what cryptocurrency is, that it's simply breaking cryptocurrency down so that a layman will understand. I will start by tracing the history of money. We grew up in school learning that when our ancestors started to transact, started to make business, started to exchange goods and services, all right, it started with trade by barter. Okay, from barter system, the society evolved into what is known as cowries. Cowries was then adopted as money. Okay, and from cowries we moved to gold and silver. Okay, from gold and silver we moved to metal coins. I used metal coins when I was in school. I used 1 naira, I used 50 kobo. Those of us who are in Nigeria, we know, can relate. So from metal coins, and nowadays I think I have metal coin in my room now, and it's useless. Okay, but few years ago, metal coin was actually money. All right, but now I think I have about two of it in my room right now. They are all useless. Okay, so that's to tell you change is constant and change is inevitable. All right, so from metal coins we now move to fiat. Fiat means paper money, okay, and the word for fiat is from the Latin word decree. It means a money that is being backed by government decree or government power. All right, so and now from fiat money, we move to plastic money, your credit card, your debit card, your ATM card, credit card, okay? From debit and credit card, we now move to online banking. And now we are in the fourth industrial revolution of things. And money as we know it won't longer remain physical, okay? Money has evolved and money is becoming digital, all right? And so, uh, it, I know, so, and what is crypto? Cryptocurrency is decentralized, okay? It means it is not controlled by a central entity known as the central bank or government. Or like unlike your fiat money, unlike your paper money, where it is being controlled or issued by your country's by your country's central bank. Cryptocurrency is created using encryption technique using crypto by employing the power of cryptography. So it is decentralized, completely outside the control of the government. It is uncensored, it is unfreezable, it is immutable, okay? It is digital, it is trustless. Trustless means the blockchain is trustless because the computer, the encryption employed in it, do not need to trust the entire computer for it to work. Okay, it just had to work because the algorithm is already built in it in that manner. So cryptocurrency is trustless. It is censorship resistant. No government can censor crypto. No government can stop it. Okay, and that's why people say cryptocurrency is the future, and truly cryptocurrency is the future, and the future is now. Okay, so um the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, actually defined cryptocurrency as a digital asset. Okay, so cryptocurrency is actually money that you and I use, just like the paper money. In Nigeria, we have naira. Okay, in the Caribbean, we have Eastern Caribbean dollar. In the US, we have US dollar, and in Britain, we have British pound. So cryptocurrency is digital. It has no physical equivalent. However, you can make use of it to buy anything you want, just like you can make use of your cash. Okay, so the first cryptocurrency was Bitcoin, and it was created in 2009 by a pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, so now I won't really discuss the history. Let me just give you how cryptocurrency works now. So as of 2010, uh, if you had invested uh, $100 in Bitcoin, today you be worth $70 million. Okay, in 2010, if you had invested just 5,000 naira in Bitcoin, today you will have been able to cash out or worth 10 billion naira, or rather 10 million, yeah, 100, no, sorry, um 10 billion naira. I don't know how it is in, I don't know, I forgot the conversion in dollar actually, but um actually cryptocurrency has created is a new asset class that has created millionaires and billionaires. And like Mr. Abundance we always say, the ne- the millionaires and the billionaires in the 80s and the 90s came out from brick and mortar store, okay, and also from the tech and oil. However, the next set of billionaires and trillionaires will emerge from those who invest in and tech and cryptocurrency. And right now, the best cryptocurrency for you to invest in is TAC, the Abundance Community Coin. Okay, and I'm the global youth ambassador for TAC, and I would just like to stress the our slogan, which is one TAC, one child, one TAC. how it will affect Africa positively and make sure every African child is being liberated and being set financially free. Okay, so as our slogan implies, TAC is a movement, okay, with a cryptocurrency. Our aim is to make sure, because Africans are the most disadvantaged people on earth. So TAC is rightly positioned to save as many African youth as possible. Okay, because it is being estimated by Oxfam that by the year 2030, 800 million jobs will be lost due to automation, and the majority of these jobs will affect Africa and African youth, to be precise. So if you are an African child listening to my video, watching me on YouTube, I implore you to make some research into cryptocurrency and invest in TAC. Okay, you can invest in TAC with as minimum of $5. Okay, $5 will actually give you 10 TAC. Okay, and based on the leadership structure we have on ground in TAC, it is estimated that in the next 5 years, a TAC will be worth $9,000. Okay, so and when I started this broadcast, I told you TAC is also TAC is an affirmative action towards the recolonization of Africa. It will also interest us to know that TAC, the Abundance Community Coin, has set aside $100 million to settle Afro-Caribbean debt to Caribbean and Africa. Okay, so, and I said, remember, these people, the Chinese, are coming to take our lands. They are coming to take our mineral resources. They are coming to enslave us for the second time. And as Mr. Abundance will say, and I agree with him completely, I have agreed to be a global slave, but for a global fool, I refuse that title. And okay, if you are that young man who is tired of poverty, who is tired of injustice, who is tired of lack, if you are that young man, if you truly mean well for your country and your people as a young man, then I call upon you to join TAC, not just as an investment platform that will help you, but also as a liberation movement that will emancipate the people of color worldwide and humanity entirely. TAC shall emancipate people of color globally and the whole world by extension. And TAC is the Ark of Noah. I'm calling on every youth. TAC is a movement, but the problem that TAC set out to address are enormous. The Chinese are coming, and my brothers and sisters, you don't allow a Chinese to rule you for a day, because these are people who don't even believe in God. The US, the Caucasian, believed in God, and look at the way they treated our people. How much more will people who don't believe in God, whose only God is expansion, money, how will you expect this kind of people to rule over you? You know, it is said that people perish for lack of knowledge. Okay, and people perish for lack of vision. My people perish for lack of vision. You know, like I said, I am a philosopher, and I believe, and there's a school of thought in philosophy that says nothing happens by chance. TAC is the answer to Africa's numerous problems: malaria, acute poverty, extreme hunger, illiteracy, ignorance, bad governance, bad economic policies, poor education, malnutrition, lack of electricity. Mention all the problems facing Africa. TAC is here to solve it. And as youth, The Chinese are not only coming to enslave us, the machines are also coming to take over our jobs. I mean, who will employ a human being to work for them when a machine can do it in seconds? A robot can work 24 hours a day without retiring. A robot does not get tired. It does not go on holiday. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't go for a robot doesn't get pregnant. Okay, they don't go for vacation. They are always working. So tell me, in few years to come, who really need your job? Who will need your services in the next few years to come? And as Africans, we are the most relegated people. We are placed at a disadvantaged position and will be mostly hit if we don't take action. That is that affirmative action that will save and help the people of color and by extension the whole entire world. So I will try to keep this as short as possible. Uh, I'll be coming to you live within the week. Actually, Mr. Abundance will say, whatever is worth doing poorly until you master it. Okay, so I'm really happy to speak to you today, and together we can, together we will. Young people, I'm calling on you. Where are you? Anywhere you are watching me now, I implore you to take action. Make some research on what cryptocurrency is. Invest in tech. Join this movement because this is our hope. Tag is our affirmative action towards against the recolonization of Africa and black people. God has given us this and we must utilize it. We must use it as a potent tool to put an end to the injustices happening to black people worldwide. This is Gabriel Samuel. Thank you very much. Tag is going uphill.